table. I also began to see that just having a command of the grammar of wine, specifics such as grape variety, label language, wine-making techno-talk, was insufficient. Learning how to read a wine label without learning why the information is significant is akin to learning a language without ever examining the culture it reflects, articulates, and defines. It is like being a tourist in a speeding, closed car. You see the place, but you've not really been there. I did not want to be a tourist of wine. Making sense of wine reflects an ongoing search for the contexts that give meaning to wine and help make sense of something that is dizzying in its specifics and mystifying in its apparent lack of absolutes. I discovered that there are absolutes in wine, that not everything is merely a matter of taste. This is something only rarely acknowledged. In an egalitarian age, especially in American culture, it is bad form to suggest that what someone likes is not, ipso facto, good. But to make sense of wine requires a recognition and an acknowledgement of the values that make some wines better than others. Making sense of wine is about why wine is so fundamentally satisfying, why its appeal crosses generational and cultural lines, that what we like today is what wine lovers in Regency England, Napoleonic France, Risorgimento Italy, Weimar Germany, and even ancient Greece also liked, speaks volumes about the innate appeal of the best wines. Their qualities report directly to those underlying values, as opposed to the tastes, that make them so deeply and enduringly satisfying. In this respect, wines are like dancers, no matter who's doing the judging, regardless of the culture, the age, or the choreography. Great dancers always are recognized by the exhibition of the same values: control, line, grace, proportion, and fluidity, among others. So it is with wine, with its particular attributes. Ultimately, the appeal of wine lies in its mystery. Of all agricultural endeavors, wine extracts something from the earth that cannot quite be explained. Wines made from the same grape variety can taste different, even when the vineyards are only a few hundred yards apart. At first you look for technological answers, and you find some. One winemaker likes to store his wine in new oak barrels, which give the wine a particular scent and flavor. Another winemaker uses only stainless steel. One ferments the juice at a high temperature for a short time, while another prefers a lower temperature and a longer time. Each usually is convinced that his or her approach is the right one. But after tasting a few wines, reading a few books, and talking to a few winemakers, it begins to dawn on you that there is no right answer. Winemakers today like to talk of sculpting a wine. They display their oak barrels, stainless steel tanks, and centrifuges, and suggest, however indirectly, that these are what gives a wine its quality and appeal. Maybe it's so with grapes from second-rate sites. But at their best, wine grapes have a way of giving voice to the earth. Centuries ago, someone gave Pinot Noir a try in Vosne Romane, Nebbiolo a chance in Barolo, and Chardonnay a shot in Chablis, and discovered not just a sweet evening plain song, but a choral work of inspired complexity and cohesion. Yet just down the road, the same vine, planted in a seemingly similar soil, under an identical canopy of clouds and sun, put forth only the simplest of chants. This is the enduring, almost primordial, appeal of great wines, the thing that allows our appreciation to span the generations. Wines express their source with exquisite definition. They allow us to eavesdrop on the murmurings of the earth. Far from being composers, we really are just listeners. Today our view of wine is increasingly mechanistic. Wines are judged like runners and scored accordingly. Nowadays it is not just fashionable, but considered plausible, to say that this wine rates an 89, while that wine deserves a 92. It makes wine seem a precise manufactured substance that not only stands still long enough to be assigned an exact grade, but deserves one as well. This reflects the contemporary belief that in matters of taste everything is relative, and therefore competitive. This approach does not let wine make sense. It just makes it orderly, despite the fact that we have so many wines from which to choose.